What is going on, beautiful people? I am Wesley from AConnectionTV.com and AConnectionTV here on YouTube, the two places on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And the similar connection that I want to adopt with you is for the love of music. This video is going to be a second video for Brandy. Brandy has released a 7th studio album called B7, and she named it B7 because the stars thought that she should name the album B7. And I did a longer review, song by song review video with my boy Devin regarding that, and I'm not sure if you saw that video, but definitely look at that video. But after some days now of listening to the album, I've had an opportunity to dissect a lot of the words. I've had an opportunity to listen to all of the songs, the melodies, the beats, the harmonies, the isms, the schisms. And I'm not going to say that my top 3 have changed, but what I will say is that I don't rate Rather Be and Love Again in the 3s like I did on the first video. I believe that the way that the songs transition with each other, one after the other, was amazing. The placement of the songs on the album are so dope. When Unconditional Oceans transitions into Rather Be, it is just simply unbelievable to hear it. Like your ears are just in heaven because it just flows so naturally. I feel like this album for Brandy is a telling of where she's been, where she wants to go, and where she wants to go, and how she plans on getting there. It's the ability for her to sing vocally and be free with her vocals without the restraints and limitations of a studio full-blown record label, and because, you know, she's on her own label, Brand New Records. I'm just happy for her. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for us to be able to receive B7. Even though it's been 8 years, I feel like things happen when they're meant to happen and when they're supposed to happen. I don't think B7 would have been released in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. I don't think B7 would have been released at those particular moments. When I listen to Brandy talking about her interviews and things that she's been going through in life, it just wouldn't have happened that way. You know, she's been in and out of these, you know, relationships with these guys or whatever. So, you know, at those particular moments, she was in a different headspace. I think being single for the length of time that she's been single now, and enjoying motherhood and going through the pandemic, and, you know, being able to get her own label and find a group of producers and people and a team that understands the vision that she's trying to accomplish and wants to accomplish as an R&B artist, as an entertainer, period. I think 2020 is the year for her. This album is beyond spectacular. It is my favorite album out of Brandy's 7 studio albums, with Never Say Never being my second. It's very hard for anything to trump Never Say Never. Never Say Never is a classic in R&B history, period. Okay? But I feel like in my age of about to be 39, Brandy and I are similar in age. The things that she's speaking about, the way that she's conveying the message through song, like, it just makes sense to my mind, it makes sense to my heart, it makes sense to my soul. I am in complete awe of this album and the body of work that she's created. I love every song on the album. High Heels, I keep listening to High Heels and I just fall in love with that because of the fact that she's singing with her daughter, Sarah. And I saw like a YouTuber say that her name was Sarai. Say something to believe again. I love Say Something. I love No Tomorrow. I love Lucid Dreams, Unconditional Oceans, Saving All My Love, Love Again. You know, what is it called? Say More or No More. I Am More. Bye Bye Polar. Bye Bye. Bipolar. Yes, I love it. I am. So I had this problem with Brandy, or I had this problem with myself, and I gave it on to Brandy. You know, I think the last time I had a conversation with Brandy was, Jesus, 2016, 17. That's the last time I had something along them. It was a while ago. Last time I spoke to her on the phone. I could be lying. I think she called me for my birthday 2 years ago. I think. I don't know. It's been a lot going on. It's been a lot, but we had a very interesting conversation, and I've never been fortunate enough to have. I've had a couple conversations with Brandy, but I've never been brave enough. Let me say this: I've never been brave enough to voice my opinions, right? In terms of like her music, I've always been like an avid supporter, and that will never change. But for a while, I wanted her to release music that everyone else was releasing, like a Jhené Aiko or a Summer Walker or something along those lines. I knew, because I know she could smash that type of R&B, like, and I know no one would be able to touch her in that lane. But I wanted, it's for this reason. There's a lot of people's reasoning for wanting Brandy to do similar sounding music so that we can see her on the top 10 charts. You know, a lot of us wanted to see her, or have been wanting to see her top 10, top 5, number 1. That's where she belongs. She's just that legendary and iconic and talented to be there. And it's like we've seen Begging and Pleading. We've seen a couple of songs that she's released over the years, and everyone's always paid it. And where the stars and the people beyond stars would be like, why are you trying to try my girl? Like, you know what I'm saying? Your fave could never. Your fave could never. And even if they're not your fave, no one could never. There are some top tier gospel R&B vocalists that grab inspiration from Brandy. And there are some that could sing with Brandy in a league of where she's able to go vocally. There are quite a few. But there is no one at this particular moment that is capable of producing a body of work like Brandy can. There's no one. Top vocalists. Who do we have right now in the gospel R&B lane genre that are vocal beasts? Okay, we have Fantasia, we have Jasmine Sullivan, we have Sheard, okay, Mama and Daughter. Who's the what is her name? She was on Sunday's Best, and she had a very tough life the last, like, a couple of years. What is her name? I don't know her name, but she is a beast. She's a beast. And she's incredible, and I cannot remember her name. Please put the comments below if you think you know who I'm talking about. But she was on Sunday's Best, and she's just that girl, that woman, okay? That's it. Those are the top queen. Jennifer Hudson, of course, is up there, but whenever we're talking about, like, we're not talking about powerhouse, you know, Jennifer Hudson is like a powerhouse singer, right? Singer. I'm talking about vocalists, riff and runners. Kiki Wyatt, did I say Kiki Wyatt? I don't know if I did or not. Riff and runners are what I'm talking about. People that have range from low all the way up to high. People, you know, that's what I'm talking about. So respect to those ladies. But the ladies that I named, the ladies that I mentioned, are people that I consider to be true vocalists. Beyonce is a vocalist. Don't get it twisted, Beehive. But I said what I said with the names that I listed. Now, you have to be an understanding or a listener of knowing of music, the eclectic, diverse music, to understand my list of vocalists. Again, Kiki Wyatt, Sheard, Mama and Daughter, Brandy, Fantasia, Jasmine Sullivan, the woman from Sunday's Best. even though these ladies are able to produce the body of work that they're able to produce, they're not hitting top 10s, they're not hitting top ones, number ones, and it's frustrating. Fantasia's last album, what have we heard from it? Not very much. It's frustrating. So when, you know, Begging and Pleading comes out, you want it to be successful. You have people that never really understood Brandy listening and like, why she sound like one old slave woman, or why she sound like this, or why she's doing that, why she's not doing this music, and it's like, damn, I want her to be on top again. Go ahead and release music like everybody else. And even up until B7, I was still thinking that in my brain because I just wanted her to be top 5, top 10. Not realizing, or knowing and realizing, but not verbalizing it in my brain and mind at the time, that that's not what Brandy needs or wants. Brandy wants the freedom to produce music the way that she sees fit. And I believe that B7 was that for her. And I'm completely happy for her. And it's just so amazing to watch her evolution into her own journey, carving her own lane the way that she wants her album to be. I'm completely here for it, invested. And for whatever reason, if you're not or you haven't been a Brandy supporter in any way, shape, or form, if you are a lover of R&B music, B7 is completely that. It is it, but what B7 is it's in a league, in a lane, in a world, in a planet, all its own. Nothing can be compared to B7 in a sense of understanding where Brandy wanted to take us on, how she wanted to take us on this ride. No artist out there right now has an album that sounds like B7, and I think that is so powerful as an artist to be able to state that, to believe that, and to walk in that, because it's fact. She decided to go and uplift R&B in a way that no other artist could, and create her own lane doing it, and to make it sound so soothing and so filled with freedom. It's amazing. And I'm just happy that I was able to experience B7. I am able to experience B7. I completely love the album, and you should definitely check it out. I think I've ranted and raved enough. Brandy, I'm happy for you. I miss you. When this whole COVID thing is over, we definitely need to reconnect in a sense of just, I want to give you a hug, Brandy. It's been a long time. I know Devin has been to all your concerts over the last 4 or 5 years, and I've been absent, but I've not been absent. You already know I ride or die for Brandy. Period. Period, Pooh. Anyways, leave your comments. Let me know what you think about R&B, the current state of R&B, where we are right now. I commend Janae Aiko. I commend Summer Walker. Summer Walker has a voice on her. She really does. And then we have Chloe and Halle. They're amazing. They're so good, so talented. Black is King was just released. We have some phenomenal women doing music. But B7, for me, is all that I need. And I am completely here for it. Listen to B7. And as you're listening to B7, go to watchactv.com, support and subscribe to that. Okay? Because I'm trying to do big things out here, and I'm trying to make moves and make things happen for myself. Thank you so much for being an avid supporter and subscriber. Even in my absence and my presence, I love you. It means the world. Deuces. I know. You're not about to think about not subscribing to aconnectiontv.com. Copyrighted.